Hey guys, Pete from Keep It Sharp. We're videoing in the bus today with no fan running. I got the generator off. I'm using an extension cord from the house. But I wanted to go over a few things. The hamaguri has moved into the bus. This is what I'm going to be sharpening grooming shears with now. I'm going to see if it's a little more efficient than the twice as sharp. Of course, the twice as sharp, there's two of them right there, will still remain, and it's very viable. So anyone that's like me that was a twice as sharp user and then a switch into a flat hone, don't feel like you wasted any money on twice as sharp. You still need it for all kinds of scissors, medical scissors, fabric scissors. God, there's so many you can do on that. So it's not, for not. Hamaguri USA, flat hone. This is the cheaper one. I think this is the premier entry level flat hone. Okay, guys, his clamp is fantastic. I had no problem with this whatsoever. Like we say, left and right scissors. Here's all my discs. This is how I ended up doing my discs. These were sandpaper holders for a wall. But there's my thing. So I do 220. Ooh, these are out of it. 500, 1200 and 2000. Okay. And then my buffing. Okay. I'm going up to 5,000 to see if I get a little better shine on the scissors. Maybe, and this is a box of 50. I could have swore I just looked it up and it said it was $18.99 for a box of, oh, it does say box 50. Okay. So that was my other thing I was going to say. Getting your disc. I know you could use one disc and just rip them off and stuff. I'm going for efficiency when I'm sharpening. I can just reach over. Actually, what I do is I stack them in my order and I go through them and it just rotates up to for the next scissor. That's been working fantastic for me. So I wanted to also say, yeah, so I think this is, and Bonnie has this as well. It's a Cymec Junior, exact same price, almost the exact model. And so I don't know. Bonnie's fantastic too. So whoever you want to order from, Dennis Brooks or Bonnie McGowan. I hope I said that right, Bonnie. If you're new or you're on the twice as sharp, you're struggling with convexing scissors, this is it, guys. This is where you got to go, especially the people that struggle. I know there's those of us who use the twice as sharp to convex, do a fantastic job, and that's what I did my first 2 years here, and I've gotten a pretty good reputation for myself. I don't want to brag or nothing, but I actually had a customer say he's the good one now, sir. They were calling me the good one, so I was like, wow. It made me feel really good. Okay, I know, pops the ego a little too. So I've gone to, for beauty salons, the hira-to from Wolf. So excited about that. And there's been some changes. I know I screw myself sometimes when I try to mess around, but it's always about trying to get better. That's all I want from my customers. I want them to say he's the great one or something. So I'm always looking to get better. So one of the things with this was Dennis Brooks's 3 micron spray. I tried to make my own. So let's just say I did make my own, try to save a few dollars. I didn't bring a little squirt bottle. I bought the 3 micron powder on Amazon. I forget what that was. It wasn't terrible. That was like 11 or 12 bucks. It's just a little packet, but you can make 8 ounces instead of 4. Okay. Trying to save a little money. I'm a cheap bastard and I'm always trying to save money. So that was part of what this video is going to be, is telling you how you can save a little money, like buying your own pads here. Okay, so I figured it out before I came in. The 5,000 pads I bought worked out to around 37 cents a piece. Okay, It was 50 for $18.99. The 600 and the 220 and the 1200 all were in boxes of 20 and for $11.99, which works out to around 50 cents a piece. So, just saving some money. I'm not trying to take away from Dennis or anyone. I'm just like, but if you're like me, oh, and this is Amazon, 6-inch hook and loop, fits fine. Now I tried Bonnie. Bonnie was talking about the cubic zirconia, the purple ones, and I bought a pack of 600 grit and 1500 and tried to use them. As far as use, they do a great job. The only problem is I had terrible trouble seeing the burr. So I went back to gray pads that were gray. So that's just I got plenty of spare purple discs. And the other thing about those were they seemed to be just a little shy on the size. So it was showing a little bit of the hook and loop around there. I kind of didn't like that. So now my new move is, and this is because of the hira-to that I got. I'm trying to use that like Wolf says, and I saw their, ooh, that's funny. My God, diamond compound in a syringe. I think it's $57. So I said, once again, but I just can't stand paying exuberant prices for something, the exact same thing. So anyhow, once again, Amazon, 3,000 grit paste. It's really loose. I put all that into one syringe. So what I did is, once again, Amazon, I got a set of 4 syringes. I forget, cheap, $20 maybe. And what you do, and this is the one, I took that out and I took a knife that would fit down in there and I scooped probably a half here with the stuff. And then I put this back in. I didn't bring it. They have another tip that fits inside of this tip. And you squeeze it into a new syringe. Then it looks all fancy. You don't have any of the goober around the top. I don't know. I saw someone online do that. So that's what I did. I've already used it on the hira-to, and it gave me a fantastic a polish. I mean, just fantastic. So I was like, once again, 10, 11, 12, maybe as much as 20, but I don't think it was because I got 2 of these. I think they were 11, $12 a piece. I bought 2 so I wouldn't, and I wanted to change 2 because here's the other thing with the spray. And what I did is I made my own spray. I bought the powder. It was water-based. I don't know if that was some of my problems with the felt pad. Plus, it was a little messy. So the stuff in the syringe interests me. I immediately tried it because I was looking at all the Wolf videos, and I tried it on there, and it was good. So that's when I bought the second one of these and the syringes, because I was like, what I did was I just took this and dabbed it on and spread it in, and that worked just fine. But I figured this would be easier, and then a cap will go on it. It'll stay proper. So there we go. There's my money-saving tips for the day. So you can buy these way cheaper. And the other thing I see sometimes, I've noticed Bonnie, she's like, oh, I'm going to use a used 800 or something. And I know that does change, but why? That was my thing. Why? When you can get them for, what was it, 30 to 50 cents a piece? As soon as one stops working for me, I'm throwing it away. And I just keep one of each. I keep them in a little bag in my kit. So then I know a 1500, I know how that cuts. It's always going to cut the same. Rather than trying, to me, that just seemed confusing. So this stuff, for saving you some money on that, it's like $57 for Wolf's paste. I just looked at somewhere else, and it was 40 something, 47, I think. And what I just bought from Hamaguri, I still buy stuff from these guys. He's got a yellow stick of compound. I bought a new felt pad, so I'm going to try that on this one, and I'll have that yellow compound to compare with. I'll be doing this on the hira-to. So as time goes, but like I said, I already practiced with it several times, and it did a fantastic job. So I don't think it's going to be any different. The wool stuff is oil based. This is oil based. So there we go. Love this entry level. Like I said, if you want to move up to a hira-to or something, guys, I'm still pretty new with this. So anyone that's experienced, try to be gentle on me in the comments, but please feel free to tell me if I'm a dumbass or anything else. Guys, I don't mind criticism. I really don't, as long as it's constructive. And so I wanted to do this. I'm home. I got like an hour to wait for a dinner thing. And I was like, I haven't been shooting videos, so I'm trying to do more. I have shot a video 2 or 3 times on my complete clipper blade sharpening system. And both times, the first time the microphone went bad, the second time the video shut off and missed the whole end. So we'll give that another shot as soon as we can. So I think that's all I had for you guys today. Loving my flat hones, and it kind of made me feel good to go with the hira-to, to go back to wolf, because I was Mr. Twice as Sharp for a long time, and I felt guilty as hell. But you got to go to these guys, Hamaguri USA or Bonica Shears, for your entry level flat hone. I'm totally sold on these. It just does a little better job than the Twice as Sharp, and the polishing is better. Okay, what made me go to from this doesn't, so when you shut off your disc, this stays spinning, and I had to put my finger under to stop it. And when the hira-to came up, I was like, ooh, it's going to shut off by itself. I thought the clamp might be a little better. I think it's a little more technical than this one, but I haven't used it enough for really to make a decision on that. But I know this one is super, super easy to use and did a fantastic job as well. So that's why this machine immediately went to the bus. I'm still going to keep one Twice as Sharp in here for, medical scissors and, fabric and such. So I just realized I didn't put my pretty teeth in. So that's it for today. Let's see how this comes out, and we'll talk to you later.